Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is December 18th, and right now we are looking at the infrared satellite imagery with the Doppler radars overlaid. We got this very weak frontal system pushing across some of northwest California. If I back that up, you can kind of see that precipitation already losing its punch as it moves down the coastline. That is ground clutter showing up across some of the valley areas. We have some offshore winds blowing as we speak, and we've got some dangerous fire conditions out there. Not an overly powerful Santa Ana wind event, but nonetheless, we do have the low relative humidities and some gusty winds out there. We're going to dive into those details and take a look at the extended forecast as we go through the video here today. Now, looking at the storm reports, not much going on right now. We did have some reports of some snow for the higher terrain yesterday. But again, fairly quiet weather-wise, and I didn't see any wind reports showing up. That may not show up until a bit later if there were any higher wind gusts out there across Southern California. We do have the offshore winds ongoing right now. But taking a look at Sacramento, they do talk about the potential for unsettled weather here as we go through the 21st on and through Christmas Day. We do have some precipitation chances, but this is a 72-hour probability of 2+ inches of rain Saturday through Monday, upcoming weekend here. So that's not bad, and we'll take a look at these systems here in a moment. But again, we're kind of in the verification phase, and snow levels are kind of high here as we go through Saturday and Tuesday, between 7,000 and 8,000 feet. Colder air arrives after Christmas Eve and will lower snow levels. So for Los Angeles, you can see some of these gusty winds ongoing as we speak. Very dry conditions, critical fire weather out there, and I think there's still some red flag warnings in effect. Likely rapid fire spread and extreme fire behavior if fires do get going. Now, taking a look at that, you can see there is the red flag warnings. We got some high wind warnings still in effect right now. I'm going to update that. They're still out there. Got some wind advisories across the higher terrain as well, except for the immediate coastal areas. Now, San Diego. So they did put up the wind advisories eventually across the higher terrain. Again, it's not a very extreme wind event here, but we do have the low relative humidities associated. And this is Hanford, California, talking about the potential for some of that precipitation trying to creep a bit further south as we go on in through the upcoming weekend. So taking a look at where we are right now, you can see that precipitation across northern portions. It's falling apart. That's not going to be a big deal. And we got the offshore winds going here for the next couple of days, even though they will be weakening as we go through the day today and tomorrow. You can see no precipitation expected until the very end of this, maybe a little bit clipping northwest California during the day Friday or Friday afternoon. If we look at the European last night, though, let's scroll ahead to where we are right about now. You can see the offshore winds ongoing central coast here. We're looking at 2,500 feet up in the atmosphere. You can see the north winds across the desert areas and across some of Nevada, and you can see it pouring out across some of the terrain for Southern California. That continues on through this afternoon as we go through tonight, and then into tomorrow morning. Still have that offshore wind going. It's not exceptionally strong, but again, it's going to keep that dry air mass in place probably all the way on into the day Thursday night, and then finally things start to turn squirrely again down there, and maybe we'll start to moisten things up as we head on in towards the weekend, bring that bit of an onshore flow back for some areas. Taking a look at the accumulated 10-meter max wind gusts from this point on, this is a North American model hot off the presses. Again, you can see some gusts maybe in the 40s here for some of the susceptible areas for those offshore winds. And across some of the desert regions, could be a crosswind there, so watch out. Now, if we take a look at the European, this is last night's European model run here. So potent system moving through the Pacific Northwest. Have some power outages up here and some pretty strong winds. But if we take a look at what is to come, there's a next frontal system trying to clip by Friday. Another fairly gentle system here on Saturday. We'll watch to see if that trend's a bit stronger. And then we look off into the extended forecast, and here we go towards the Christmas Eve period there. Another trough out here. We'll see how far this can get. This one looks like it might bring some colder air. It might be the strongest of those frontal systems to impact the state of California as we go on into the 23rd into the 24th. Now, if we take a look at the European and see what that would look like here, this is mean sea level pressure and 6-hour precipitation and type. They're going Friday. There's Friday afternoon. Again, just kind of a weak frontal system there. A bit of a stronger one there on the day Friday, and then the potential for a stronger frontal system as we go on in through, looks like Sunday night coming up, and then maybe on in through December 24th as a strong low looks like to develop somewhere right off the coast of California, Oregon border, and then move up towards Pacific Northwest. How strong will that frontal system be? That's what we are keeping our eyes on over the next couple of days. And this is basically the same thing I've been talking about. We do have this jet extension moving across Pacific Ocean. So if this can dip a bit further south and things line up right, we may end up getting a storm or two, maybe even down towards Southern California if we're really lucky. You can see kind of in the bend in the jet stream as we go through the very extended forecast. Purely fantasy right now. We are truly grasping at straws looking that far out. And if we look at the GFS, it's something similar to what the European was showing. So let's scroll out towards the 23rd. Look at that low pressure system off the Oregon coast there, and that could be casting a fairly robust frontal system down towards California. That's the main one we're going to be watching over the next few days. And then as we scroll off into the future, again, purely grasping at straws once you get over 200 hours out. That's not a bad system there, but it doesn't bring much to Southern California. However, if you look far enough out, you can kind of see this system out here off the coastline. Maybe that will start to bring some precipitation to Southern California and maybe a couple storms there. But again, way off into fantasy land. You take that with a grain of salt. That's just for entertainment right now, but just kind of showing some signs of life there for Southern California. And if we look at the GFS ensemble mean as of last night, not painting too much, but we'll take whatever we can get across Southern California. Much bigger amounts potentially across portions mainly north of the Bay Area, but the Bay Area could be included at times as well. Now 6 to 10 day, I mean, look at this Mary Torchmas here. West is very warm in the central portions of the country. And look at the 6 to 10 day, still includes a lot of California, even though there is that below average across some portions of the Southwest. 8 to 14 day, the entire lower 48 above average chances of being above average temperature wise, and then precipitation. You got that mixed bag here again. Where will this cutoff be across the state of California? And the experimental product continues to show this as we go in the days after Christmas, coming up 26th, 27th, slight risk elsewhere. And we do have the potential for some mountain snows. Maybe we'll start to get that jet stream bending down, allow some colder air getting in here, and continue to bring some of that snow across the Sierra Nevada. We're not doing too bad. We're a little bit above average for this time of year. And if we look at wind potential there as well, you can see the experimental product. But yeah, anyway, I might go check out some flooding up here today. Let me know what you guys are seeing. If you're getting some offshore winds down there, what's going on. Hopefully we can keep the fires from breaking out here over the next couple of days. And we'll continue to break things down day by day. Hope you guys are liking the videos. Click like and subscribe. We'll do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.